new RS4 is a much more refined and usable car than its predecessor, and for the most part in a very good way. Price, £61,625. The Audi RS4 is to Germanic super estates what the BMW M5 is to super saloons. It's the default choice for many, and the originator of the breed. For Audi, it began with a combination of turbocharged power, four-wheel drive and estate body practicality, but in later years it's been as much about the theater of a rev-happy V8 as it has those other core attributes. Now, of course, it's all change, and we've already had a very clear indication of how that might play out with the RS5, which shares the same underpinnings. We've grown to really rate the car, after a cautious start, but how will its qualities transpose to its more practical relation? Engine, transmission and 0-60 time. The powertrain of this RS4 is very different to its predecessor. Gone is the high revving, naturally aspirated 4.2-liter V8, along with its dual-clutch transmission, and in comes a 2.9-liter twin-turbo V6 hooked up to an 8-speed torque converter. The result is 0 to 62 miles per hour in 4.1 seconds and a top speed, if you've paid to have the limiter raised, of 174 miles per hour. Technical highlights. Let's talk about that V6 engine. While its 444 bhp peak power output sounds more than healthy, it's clearly overshadowed, numerically at least, by its 470 bhp Mercedes-AMG C63 rival, and some way short of the more expensive, 503 bhp, C63S. However, our considerable experience of its coupe relation suggests it's the 443 pounds-foot developed from just 1,900 revolutions per minute that will mark this out as a truly fast car. Expect colossal shove from just above idle. The V6 is also a useful 31 kilograms lighter than the old V8. Other than that, ceramic brakes are an expensive option and save 8 kilograms per set, while a new form of milled 20-inch alloy wheel also saves 8 kilograms per set over the other optional 20-inch forged wheel. What's it like to drive? In a word? Undemanding. Or rather, it can be, if you've set the driving modes to comfort. Our test car featured both ceramic brakes and milled 20-inch wheels, along with dynamic steering and, it must be said, winter tires, which distorted the ultimate dynamic abilities of the car a little. The first thing you notice is that the steering is light, but pleasingly accurate, while the ride, on smooth German roads at least, seems to have all the poise and comfort that makes the RS5 such a comfortable tourer. There's a real sense of the dampers working through their entire stroke, rather than constantly trying to do battle with the road surface irregularities. It's a car where the prospect of a long journey never seems a chore. Combine that pace with the security of four-wheel drive, particularly given the RS4 always feels nicely rear-biased, and you have a very quick way of getting you and four passengers and their luggage from A to B. The ceramic brakes are tireless, and the way the car starts to adopt a neutral angle under full power out of corners is a very long way from the inert Audis of old. Price and rivals. The RS4 starts at £61,625, with the carbon edition, lots of carbon bits inside and out, the milled wheels and some other options besides, coming in at £71,625. Given BMW's refusal to build a touring M3, the RS4's obvious main rivals are the Mercedes-AMG C63 estate, £61,660, and C63S estate, £68,410. Only a full comparative test can provide us with a winner, but it seems inevitable that they'll be as diverse in character as their coupe relations were in our inaugural Supertest earlier this year.